What's the cringiest sales technique that you've ever experienced? Hey, I'm Josh. I work with business owners and operators to build revenue growth engines for their companies. If that's interesting to you, shoot me a DM or an email and we'll get connected. So I know everyone has experienced some very cringe sales techniques in the past. I know I have. If you've ever bought a car or leased a car or ran into a door-to-door salesperson, for example, selling knives or office products, I'm sure that you've come across some pretty cringy sales techniques. I know there are a lot of different ways that a salesperson can make a buyer feel cringy with how they act, but the number one most common is desperation. It could be desperation for the sale because they need the money. It could be desperation to get the buyer to understand what they're selling because they don't understand really well and they don't know how to articulate it well. There are a number of different factors that go into the desperation that comes across in a very cringy sales pitch. That's why confidence, articulation, pacing, and emphasis are all ways that you can communicate your authority and your comfort with what it is that you're selling and avoid that desperation, that tinge of desperation that makes everything feel so cringy, so fake, so not believable, not trustworthy. And those are the feelings that the buyer has when desperation enters the picture. Even if they want what you're selling, if you do it in a desperate way, they are not going to want it from you. I will add that I'm not a huge fan of the overly subservient language that some salespeople use. I like to help people. I like to make them feel served and feel good about that. But I don't like to use language that makes it feel like there's some kind of master-servant relationship. The best sales technique builds a partnership. The trust goes both ways. The understanding, the authority, the advice, it goes both ways. It's not a master-servant relationship. That's it for this one. As always, DM if you want to connect, like, share, follow for more.